Even though this trip is mainly about Lake Manly, I've decided to see one or two other things in the park. This is Artist Palette coming up. This is the Artist Drive Scenic Loop first stop, a place where you can view the beautiful reds and greens on the hills on this scenic drive in Death Valley. There are so many people up at that top. From that climb, I came this way. Fewer people. Still gotta. Back down there are the flats and Lake Manly. Too early for them to tell if there's going to be a super bloom. Here's a solitary wild plant. You might think, big deal, but hey, life in the desert. Here's the view from higher up Artist Canyon Road or whatever it was called. It's about 5 miles, a one-way road, a little scenic drive in Death Valley. It's a windy road, but it is really fun to drive. This is the Artist Palette overlook. Check out the colors. Here I was just trying to capture that foggy effect over the left-hand portion of the mountain. It was really a beautiful, beautiful drive. Now I'm going to cut to some scenes from the campgrounds I stayed at. I camped for 3 nights in Death Valley. The first night was at the Furnace Creek Campground, which is the most developed campground in the park, and it is reservation. And then there are also a couple of first come first serve campgrounds in the Furnace Creek area. For the second and third night, I stayed at Texas Springs. So I'd go ahead and grab a second night in a campground in the park. This is Texas Springs. The upper loop is RV and tent, so I should be okay. It's a lot more primitive than Furnace Creek. Surprisingly though, there was running water in the restroom, so that's pretty cool. I figured it'd be vaults. Here's a quick pan. It is kind of stark. It is kind of pretty though. I picked a site at the end here so that at night I can get out and use my bucket if I have to. Nobody's gonna see me. This time I spent the entire day in the campground, letting my stuff charge up and just enjoying the views, including snow-capped mountains. So Texas Springs Campground is first come first serve. Not as nice as Furnace Creek, but still quite pretty if you enjoy stark desert scenery, which I certainly do. Random art in the campground, always fun. This is my current setup at Texas Springs. In Death Valley, I decided to stay a second night and I had to move out of Furnace Creek. And yeah, I've got my Starlink going and trying to charge my solar panel. There is less clouds today, fewer clouds. And we'll see. Right now it's pretty early in the morning, sun just came up, and the Starlink is drawing more than I'm actually getting in solar, but hopefully the solar will catch up soon. How am I managing to carry all my stuff and Starlink in an SUV with no hitch carrier and no Thule or Yakima? Well, I sacrificed my cooler on this trip and I'm just eating dry food, non-perishable. Yep, no cooler, no tent, but I got my Starlink with me. I just paid for another night here at the Texas Springs Campground in Death Valley, $16. It's a gorgeous sunny day. But I'm staying in the campground. I want to stay past noon. Checkout's at noon. I'm getting my solar fully charged up, and I'll be able to use my Starlink. I do have it unplugged right now so the Blue Eddy will charge faster, because the Starlink does consume a lot, and in the early morning, I was only drawing about 60 watts or so on a 120 watt panel, so I unplugged the Starlink, but it should be charging better and better. I head out later this afternoon and go check out Stovepipe Wells, or I might just stay put all day and do some more tourism in the morning. Sometimes you need a lazy day at camp, even in a beautiful national park. In my next video, I return to Lake Manly on my way out of the park and check out historic Ashford ruins. Stay tuned for that video. These are just some sneak peeks. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff. If not, that's okay. I'll see you in my next video.